Welcome to Section 420, Talkin Yankees, the podcast. Well, some good news for the Yankees. Looks like they'll be taking on the Cleveland Guardians in the divisional series. And I mentioned before that that's probably the matchup you want if you're a Yankee fan. You do not want to see Tampa. I know Tampa's a six-seeded team and not having a typical type of year and had a lot of injuries and so forth. But lately, the second half of the season, we saw them have the Yankees number, and just traditionally Tampa just gives the Yankees fits. So if you're a Yankee fan, you definitely would rather see Cleveland in that divisional round and not have to go down to Tropicana and not have to face, that pitching staff and that bullpen. So for the Yankees, it doesn't guarantee that they're going to get past Cleveland. But again, I just think it's the better matchup for them. And if you look at just the regular season, the Yankees went 5-1 against them and sweeping the 3 games at home at Yankee Stadium. And then going 2-1 in Cleveland. And even the game they lost, was that Sunday game. Now, if you may recall, it was a Sunday before a Monday day off. So what Boone actually did is he gave Judge the Sunday game off. He didn't start in that game as a way to sort of give Judge, 2 days off in a row. Now, Judge, I believe, would come off the bench later in the game because the Yankees would rally a little bit, but he didn't start. So it was a game that the Yankees lost. It was like 2-0 or something like that. But in that game, in the 9th inning, actually the Yankees put a few runners on, almost came, close to maybe just, tying the game and maybe, possibly putting it into extra innings to maybe steal a win there. Nevertheless, they only lost that 1 game. So again, the Yankees took the season series 5-1. So again, you would just, based on that alone, you would think that's the better matchup for the Yankees. So that would be the team they faced. And for Tampa, it's a little surprising. They went down 2-0 in this wild card round. You figured maybe they'd win one and just make it a little bit interesting. But again, they were the road team. But I guess, nevertheless, this Cleveland jumped out there. Now, they always say, be careful what you wish for. You just may get it. And I know all those, things. But, you look at the regular season. Plus, you look at a couple, like 2 seasons ago during the 2020 playoffs, during the COVID playoffs when there was like no one in the stands. The Yankees beat Cleveland in that 2-0 there in that first round. So it just seems as of late the Yankees are just have more success against Cleveland. So if you're the Yankees, that's good news. That's the team you want to face. At the moment, Boone hasn't really announced the first game start, and they really haven't announced the full schedule because they have to wait for the other games to play out, and that's probably when they'll determine on which channel so and so will be on, what time's going to play. So that's all soon to be released. So you're looking at the Yankees probably playing again. It's either going to be like Tuesday or Wednesday. That's probably when it kicks off. Again, it'll be 2 games at Yankee Stadium, 2 games in Cleveland if necessary, and then 1 game back home at Yankee Stadium again if necessary. So that's going to be 2-2-1 type format there. And mentioned before, Boone hasn't named the game 1 starter yet. So he said he's kind of leaning towards Cole, but he still wants to sleep on it. So it's up in the air a little bit. So I'm sure they'll crunch the stats there. Now, for Cole himself, at least the 1 starter, remember, he had at home against Cleveland. I think it was like his first really good start of the year. Again, Cole kind of got off to a bit of a slow start this season. So I think it was one of Cole's actually more dominating performances. And overall, Cole has pitched well against Cleveland, whether it's at home or in Cleveland there. And in that 2020 matchup, I believe, it was a game the Yankees won like 9-3. Again, Cole's, with pretty much breeze. So, I know Cole hasn't had a great season overall, but if Cole is announced as the game 1 starter there, I don't think it's terrible. His last start against Texas was okay. He only gave up 2 runs, wasn't terrible. But you look at the other Yankee starters, Nestor Cortez, again, a dominating performance against the Baltimore Orioles, again, pitching the 8th inning with 12 strikeouts, and possibly maybe Luis Severino, maybe an option. Again, he had 7 no-hit innings against Texas before Boone has to pull him out. Now, I mentioned before that I think they should maybe hold Severino back, maybe as a bullpen option, but again, maybe he gets one of the first 2 starts. So we'll see what Boone announced there. So, quickie episode. Again, just wanted to let you know it's going to be Yankees versus Cleveland. That's the matchup you'd want, and let's see what happens. Catch you next time.